I am filming a poem for YouTube, which I usually don't do. We're gonna ignore my voice because I usually do this for TikTok, and I might post a different version on TikTok where it's like a different angle. But I thought, I was posting on YouTube, so let's post this on YouTube. My voice is like jacked up from this weekend. I usually never go out, but there were like some events happening near where I lived, and I went to the gay club, so my voice is still jacked. And it's Monday evening, so ignore that. It's called A Stage on Mars. I can still become a teacher, I say. I'm afraid I won't break through on that one lucky day, but it's okay because I can become a teacher anyway. It will be easier, I say. Just let those dreams get away and become a teacher. It's what you always say. But I won't, because even with all the doubt and hard work that has earned me so very little, I know my head will get carried away dreaming. A stage as big as Mars will finally fill the huge gaping hole in my heart. Where I can dance and sing, that's what I want. To marry with a huge engagement ring of doubt and fear that made me fierce upon arriving on that big day. Claiming the stage. That is the only way. A love never to go away. But if all fails, I say, well, it's okay because can become a teacher anyway. Well, that was the poem I wrote. I wrote it because of some doubts I have. Doubts I have very often of pursuing acting. Because though I love the hobby, the work field is just hard and the schooling is not always as nice. And I have a huge love for teaching. I love teaching. I love educating people about things. I love history and taking care of kids. I always dreamt of becoming a teacher when I was young. But then I decided to pursue acting in my last year of high school because it was my hobby and I always thought, what if? And I always said to myself, if it turns out to be no good, I can always still become a teacher. But studying is hard and costs a lot of money, and now you're like so far along in the process that you don't want to stop, but you start doubting yourself because it will be easier to become a teacher. You could work full-time next to your studies because you can do part-time studies. There's a lot of reasons why teaching would be way easier, besides the fact that it's just hard to get a job as an actor. But then there's that one little part of you that just really, really, really wants to become an actor, musical theater performer, just that one little spark of pizzazz, basically. And that's why I wrote this. See you next time.